Trying to find winners at Cheltenham is something that we all try to achieve, and one man who has made a career out of it is Andy Smith, who, having now sold his pitch based in the Guinness Village, enjoys the festival on the opposite side of the fence. Andy, the Cheltenham Festival is coming up yet again, can't believe it, but I'm looking forward to this because I think you're going to bring up a few stories from down the years. When did you first become aware of the Cheltenham Festival?
I would probably about 12 or 13, and my dad would we knew it was coming in. My dad was a bookie there in the outside ring, or help someone. So it was quite important to be as nice as pie the week before. So my dad said to me, "You got English, maths, history and something. Do you really want to go there, or do you want to come to Cheltenham?" So I was going to Cheltenham at 12 and 13 years old. Do
you remember the first time you walked into the place?
That I can't remember. I remember being there when Midnight Court won the rearranged fixture, and you know I can remember that quite clearly. And then from going there with my dad, and then sort of leaving school and getting a job, I actually worked for a bookmaker there called Eddie Baxter, who traded his Averton with Avalon, and we had a very good pitch there, and I was there the year Dawn Run won. I was there Dickinson when he had the first 5 or 6 in the Gold Cup. So I've not missed many in 40 years.
Has it always been it's always been an ever present in your life, because you turn around and you're reeling off the Midnight Court and the likes of Dawn Run, and do you remember the Cheltenham festivals as though they are pretty seminal moments in your life?
Absolutely. You don't forget, it was like the 3-day festival, and you just look forward to it from Christmas, ready to, obviously the more interest I took into the gambling side as well. You were trying to watch as many races as you can. I was very lucky that before the times of the pictures, we used to fly to Ireland on a Sunday morning. I can remember hiring an aeroplane with a fella called Price, or he had horses with Richard Holder, and we'd get on a plane and we'd fly to Leopardstown for the old Vincent O'Brien Gold Cup day. And I can remember seeing horses, everything. Comanche Court, I watched it win the maiden earlier there. I thought that won the Triumph, and it won the Triumph. So it's always been my centre of attention from Christmas to March.
The financial side of it. When did you first get involved in the gambling side of it? Obviously your dad was a bookmaker, but when did you first start in taking it very, very seriously?
I can't remember the exact years, but I can remember looking at the form book and thinking, well, I fancy 3 today, and I'd have 3 £5 doubles and a £5 each way treble. And I can remember Philip Hobbs having a horse called Moody Man, owned by John Milton, a friend of mine from down in Devon way, and he ran in the races, I think he ran 2 years running. And I remember the year I had the 3 doubles and a treble, I think he ran in the county hurdle, unplaced. I backed a horse under chaser called Call Collect. He was a cracking horse, and he was 3rd. And in the 3 doubles and a treble, I put a horse in it called Observer Corpse. He was 66 to 1. It was having his first run for John Edwards after moving from Pam Sykes. I think Tom Morgan rode it. I'd also backed it singly, and that won, I think, the calf cart, 66 to 1 first run for the stable. And I won a lot of money like them. So that was it. I was like kicking away, and I've had ups and downs. I've bet fortunes on horses I thought they'd run well, and they get withdrawn the week before or 2 weeks before. And I've had times when I've backed horses during the winter. Called Dawn when he won it, I think 98.
Yeah.
I watched the horse point to pointing. He was with Robert Horner. He was ridden by the owner, Dido Harding. And at the time, we have 3 really, really good point-to-point trainers. There was Robert Horner, there's Richard Barber, and there was Dickie Bainbridge. And we was at point-to-point one day, and Call Dawn took on one of Richard's horse, Lewiston Hill, Lewiston Prince, one previous 5 or 6. Call Dawn had run off the course, come back, got on the course, and went past Lewiston so easy. I thought, this horse is something special. And that year, I think there had been a lot of racing in the winter, and I was looking at the anti-post list, and I thought, well, I've got to back this 50 to 1. Told a few pals of mine, get us 200 quid each way, get us 300 quid each way, get me 400. Worked out come the day. I've had a grand each way. Didn't have to pay on. I'd never had the £2 grand to pay on anyway. But he got beat in his pre-race. It was the Anthony Peter May Catholic, the race at Habit Sandown, and he ran awful. And I told a few of my friends to back him. They said, oh, he ran awful, and he was down to 12-1 or something. I said, look, this horse has never won right-handed. Don't you worry. Get him left-handed, he'll be a different horse. So we went there for the day. And my friends, they've come over from Spain and Marbella, and they had a table in the Keith Price Hospitality box there. And anyway, just there with high hopes. And he led, top of the hill, Andrew Fortin going well. And then Norman Williamson come to head him on Strong Promise. And we fought back up the hill, and I'll never forget, we were on the table, jumping and shouting, all cheering on. And I think we sat down on that table, and I said to Bob, you know, we all looked at each other. I think we won 260 grand between us, you know what I mean? And we'd had some crack. But that wasn't finished, because we had the nap then, the last race of the day, Blowing Wind. I think it was Blowing Wind that year.
Yeah.
Started 15-8
in the county.
Yeah, 15-8 favourite. Started from something like 7-2, and we were on that as well. And that was probably my biggest ever win at the time, was on Cordon.
Do you remember getting home?
Well, I do, just about. I'll tell you what I remember, because I had we caught the train up from Bristol, and Bob was staying somewhere, and we get back to the train station at Cheltenham, and we'd missed the train by 3 minutes. So somebody said, look, you've had a great day, we'll get a taxi. I said, no chance. I got a return, like, it's cost me 15 quid. I'm definitely it wasn't even that much. I was too tight to get the taxi, and we got the train back home.
So you and the lads had won over $250,000, but you were fiddling over that still.
I still wasn't standing for wasting. I think I got a bit of Yorkshire in me. I wasn't wasting any money.